Hope you're all doing well. This is Fetus. Let's talk about the artwork or art style in Oyasumi Punpun. Now, I'm not an expert. I don't have a degree in art. I don't have a degree in manga. Kind of wondering when I'll graduate from the field of Oyasumi Punpun, to be honest. But yeah, here I am talking about the art style because I think it's really cool. There's a lot that I have to say about it, although I don't really have a script, so this is just gonna be me vomiting out whatever I think about it and then trying to make it into a comprehensive video later in the editing program, regardless. So first things first, I think the juxtaposition of having the protagonist look the way he does in a story that pretty much takes a deep dive into some of the most fucked up aspects of the human nature is probably what drew most of us into the manga in the first place. We saw the cover artwork for that first volume on insert X AniTuber, MangaTuber here video while they blabbered on about how absolutely devastating this story is and how fucked up it gets and how depressing it is and how it'll make you cry for 3 weeks straight. And we were like, ooh, that sounds cool, let me check that out. A gallon of tears and 3 buckets of ice cream later, you're searching up Oyasumi Punpun on YouTube for some emotional support. I'm here for you. But yeah, it's that juxtaposition that obviously sort of defines Punpun. Maybe not defines, but it's what first comes into mind when you think Oyasumi Punpun, and it's that one thing that most people that haven't even read the manga, just if they've heard of it, they know that's the case. It has this juxtaposition. I feel like such an asshole just repeating that word over and over as if it made for good commentary. Fuck's sake. This is a shitty comparison, but I'm gonna make it either way. It's kind of the same effect as to why creepypastas were so creepy back in the day. It's just the act of taking something innocent or something that seems innocent and making something fucked up out of that just makes you go, ooh, that's cool. And that's Punpun basically, at least like on the surface level. Also, there's the aspect of you can relate to Punpun's character easier in a weird way, or you can self-insert in the story when the character isn't human, or I mean, the character is human but doesn't look human. Now, when it comes to the characters that aren't Punpun or Punpun's family, they all appear as normal people. And Inio Asano's character design, I think, is a perfect blend of realism and the traditional manga anime art style that we're all kind of used to. Punpun's characters aren't supposed to look insanely realistic, but somehow they do, although they have all the same weird ass proportions as just any manga character pretty much. And all the other characters looking normal compared to Punpun also creates this aspect of Punpun is different, or at least he feels different, because I think Punpun's design is how he sees himself, right? I'm trying to think of something that I dislike about the artwork before I move on to the environmental things. Can't really come up with anything. Fuck. This is a boring video probably because I'm not hating on anything. I'm just fucking praising it. I don't know if I usually hate on stuff. Whatever. Let's move on to the environmental art. So this is the reason I wanted to make this entire video. I came across this thread on the Oyasumi Punpun subreddit where people were talking about the fact that Inio Asano used tracing for some of the environmental art in Oyasumi Punpun. And there was one person seemed offended by it, or seemed kind of pissed about the fact that Inio used tracing and said some shit along the lines of, well, it's lazy, it's easy, it's cheating. Yeah, I think the fact that he used tracing is really fucking cool. I think inserting these characters in real world locations, even though it's possible to do without tracing, I think the fact that it was done with tracing brings it as close to reality as possible, if you get what I'm saying. But taking a picture of a location, drawing over that, and adding the characters in this story, it's pretty much as close as you're gonna get to having those characters in that location, aside from, I mean, a live action adaptation, but that's nowhere near as cool in my opinion. And now, I don't know if Inio Asano himself went through all these places to take these pictures while he was traveling maybe or something, and then while in that place imagined his characters over here and his story happening in this space, and then decided to trace over that, or maybe his assistants just took photos for him to trace, or even they traced over them, or whatever. But I like to imagine this world where the author just went out on a walk one day with his camera in his pocket and saw, oh, I think Punpun and Aiko could like have a reunion here or something, and then decided to You know, I don't know. It's a really cool concept that I think adds a whole new layer to the manga. I realize now that the entire reason I wanted to make this video was so that I could kind of gush about how cool the tracing aspect of Punpun is. And this video could literally just be 1 minute long about me doing that, but instead I had to ramble on about all kinds of other shit. I don't know, I think that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Consider supporting me on Patreon. I'll give you a shout out at the end of my videos, and it's only $1.50, €1. Thank you, Gillian, for becoming a Patreon. And yeah, this has been your boy. Hope you have a great day.